So, around compassion, I wanted to offer at the end of this talk the idea that compassion for ourselves is really the most important thing here in being able to enjoy sex, in my mind. If we don't have compassion for ourselves, it's very hard for us to be connected and present. And a tool that I highly recommend for all of you is a tool called Hand to Heart. And this tool I got from a favorite book called Good Morning, I Love You. And I love to spread the information in this book far and wide. The practice is hand to heart practice. And the book is called Good Morning, I Love You because the author, Shauna Shapiro, who's a PhD from Stanford, brings her hand to heart each morning and says, Good morning, I love you. And the idea is to connect with your own humanity, as perfectly imperfect as it is, and connecting with your own shortcomings and problems and issues in a very compassionate and soft and kind way. What I would offer is that I struggled for a long time with saying good morning, I love you, or good afternoon, I love you, and how I have adapted it and I find more accessible for many of the people that I work with is literally hand to heart. And right hand to heart, left hand to heart, doesn't matter which one. I offer this tool very, very often in yoga with the idea that when we connect our hand to heart and press the heel of your hand or the palm of your hand just in towards that heart space, it releases oxytocin. And if when you do that, you are pausing and being present, you notice that you feel better. And you feel better because this hand to heart releases oxytocin, which is a feel-good hormone. And so from there, you can actually connect with who you are. And what I find is that people who do this daily really soften in their judgments towards themselves, and they can show up in a much more present and whole and healthy way for all aspects of their life, including sexuality. And I will offer that it's quite addictive once you start doing it, and it just feels amazing. So it's a chance to connect to you, and mindfulness is a chance to connect to you. And when you tap into mindfulness and tap into compassion or kindness to self, when you do a lot of hand to heart, it is very hard to be mean to yourself on a regular basis. You will notice when you're mean to yourself if you start doing this practice daily. And so highly recommend. And I wanted to offer at this point a moment of mindfulness practice to actually allow yourself to practice connecting with yourself. And so how I like to do this is find a comfortable seat wherever you are. And if you're driving, you can listen, but please opt out of closing your eyes and being too mindful. So if it's safe for you, ground your sit bones into wherever you happen to be sitting. And if you're walking, perhaps pause, step up to the side. Can you pause in your walk or your exercise and ground your feet into the earth beneath you? And take a moment to just connect with your feet or your sit bones, grounding into whatever firmness and stability lies underneath. And tilt your pelvis forward, tilt that pelvic bowl, rock it forward so you're sitting right atop your ischial spines. And stack your vertebrae one atop the other, all the way up your spine through your neck. Crown of your head reaches towards the sky, neck is long, and drop your shoulders. And take a moment to take in a deep breath here, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Noticing how you feel. Hands can rest lightly on your thighs to start. Take in another long, deep inhale through your nose. And a huge exhale through your mouth. Bring your left hand to heart and right hand to top. And gently press the heel of your hand into the heart space underneath you. Notice the skin of the top hand press into the skin on the bottom hand. And take in a long, huge inhale through your nose. And an exhale through your mouth. And pause here. Noticing that even taking a few deep breaths sends tingles into your fingers and your toes. Imagine if you could just take a few deep breaths, a few times a day, hand to heart, eyes closed, noticing how much better you feel here. Once again, take a long, sweet, deep inhale through your nose and out your mouth. Enjoy again how good it feels. Eyes closed if it serves you, or if it's too uncomfortable, gaze light a few feet in front of you. Once again, take another long, deep inhale and an exhale. And take a moment to pause here and think about how you feel. What in this moment feels good? What do you notice? Does that hand to heart feel good? Can you connect with your heart underneath? Perhaps you can feel your heartbeat, perhaps not. But connect to the fact that you have a heart and you are a human who's moving through this world, doing the best you can, given your current circumstances and situation exactly as it is. Take in another long, deep inhale. Tuck it into that pocket behind your heart that perhaps feels stuck, nourishing it, filling it with breath, and exhale, letting things go, judgments, frustrations, resentment, anger. Take in a long, deep, sweet inhale once again through your nose, nourishing yourself fully. And exhale, remembering that the breath is always available to you, not just here in this moment of mindful peace, but wherever you are, you can breathe in and breathe out. Noticing that it feels good, feels a bit more spacious. You feel a bit more kind and a bit more nourished. Taking in a long, deep inhale once again through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Enjoying the tingles. Notice what might feel good. And if your mind is wandering, grace and compassion towards that. Of course it's wandering. Perhaps mindfulness is unfamiliar for you. Allow the wander and come back to the hand to heart sensation. Connect back to your heart. Notice your sit bones on the earth underneath you. Notice that you are safe and secure. Draw your attention back to the heart space. Breathe into it once again, long, deep inhale. And an exhale. Enjoying it. Noticing the oxytocin, perhaps from that hand to heart. Press in gently once again, giving yourself a little hug and a little gift. Long, deep inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly lower your hands to your thighs and open your eyes and let the light back in. And just take a moment to notice how you feel in this moment and truly allow yourself to enjoy it. If you enjoyed today's mindful moment of presence, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my new offerings. On my YouTube channel, there's tons of free mindful yoga classes, episodes of the Mindful Healers podcast, audios of my written blog, Pause and Presence for a Life Better Lived, and snippets of actual live mindful coaching from my coaching business, Pause and Presence Coaching. I would love to have you join me for any of these offerings and hope to see you again soon. May you all be well and have a beautiful day that includes pause and presence, calm and peace, and a life better lived.